cinema. Just nothing but absolute cinema just happened today. We just had the FNCS Summit Grand Finals just happened today. And it was probably one of the most stressful, things of all time. Like, I know you guys can't see me, but my hands are sweating, okay? Like, that is literally the sound of my sweating hands. And it all came down to the very last game. Like, I'm not even gonna do my normal intro because we're just gonna go straight into it, because the team that managed to win the entire tournament was none other than Vico and Malibuca. This team managed to gain over 406 points, gaining a 10 average placement, 4.13 average eliminations, and they got in the most eliminations, gaining 33 total eliminations today. And going into the very last game, Sky and Scroll were actually in first place, and Vico and Malibuca were in second, and it looked like Sky and Scroll were gonna run away with it up until this happened in the very last game.
They're gonna play spoiler here. What's going on? Hold on a minute. Scroll and first.
He gets to an AR. He gets tagged up though. It's down.
After Sky and Scroll went down, it was all up to Vico and Malibuca to clutch as many placement points and kill points as possible. While it was basically a two-horse race between Vico and Malibuca and Peerbot and Pollo. I am going to be talking about them in a little bit, and this managed to happen in the very last game. Vico and Malibuca managed to get a 4 elimination fourth in their very last game, and if Peerbot and Pollo would have won the very final game, it would have led to Peerbot and Pollo winning their second LAN together, but they didn't win the game, and Vico and Malibuca are now your Major 1 Summit champions. Like, you just kind of have to feel happy for this duo, man. Like, this duo was literally one placement off for qualifying for the last grand finals up until a team got banned the next day later, and they managed to get third place in that grands. They got in third place in the upper bracket, and then they managed to win the Summit LAN finals. If they did not able to play in the grand finals, they would not be able to be where they are today. So huge shout out to Vico and Malibuca. Now, I do want to showcase their win reaction and the interviews that they got after they won. So spoiler alert, it got pretty emotional, I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't get the win. They have done it. Vico and Malibuca, they stayed alive in that last game. They got eliminations. They immediately destroyed the rest of the lobby. This is their moment. This is their chance. Vico and Malibuca, you are the champions. And just like that, history has been made. Vico and Malibuca are going to bring home the title of Summit LAN champions, securing their spot at the Global Championship 2. But that trophy, it belongs exclusively to Vico and Malibuca. Chanting your name, Vico! What an experience to finally win an FNCS LAN and to do it with a crowd that loves you!
I mean, what can I say, right? I promised my mom I was gonna win this year, and I mean...
And she's watching you right now. Is there anything you want to say to her?
I'm gonna say it on German. Mama, ich hab's geschafft! Ich bin der beste Spieler der Welt! Honestly,
You're him, bro.
I wanna say...
You're fucking him.
Thank you, Flix, for dropping me on my head. Thank you, Raz, for not wanting to coach because I just got the greatest upgrade I could ever ask for. I got the greatest fighting idea to ever touch this game.
But yeah, you could just tell that Vico, this means nothing more than to Vico and Malibuca, so huge shout out to them. Going over the rest of the leaderboard, in second place we have Pollo and Peerbot. Now, I'm not gonna lie, kind of a mid performance for the first 4 games. If we just take a look at their match history, for the first 4 games, they got a 1 elimination 14th, a 1 elimination 28th, a 3 elimination 15th, and then a 1 elimination 39th. This team was just absolutely just losing fights left, right, and center. Fights they should have won. However, after the break, Pollo was just putting on an absolute masterclass of a performance. He literally solo clutched 2 of their wins today, and they were the only team today that managed to get multiple wins. And if we go over the second half of the match history, they got a 12 elimination first, then they kind of got a disappointing 3 elimination 19th. Then Pollo solo clutch at 8 elimination win, and then in the very last game, they unfortunately got a 3 elimination second, which just unfortunately wasn't enough.
2v1 situation on height, but they lose it all. Pollo is answering back with elimination of his own, but it only starts with a knock.
Cooper's spinning the floor, but he won't get to stay here in the lobby. Pollo bringing it back. Darm, Deemish just underneath. Pollo, how far can you truly rise when the moment calls you most? When the lights are at their brightest, Deemish is fully cracked. A big 150 pump. Pollo just trying to see who's going to try and challenge him first. But Deemish, Darm, they're both just so weak. Pollo's got the chug jug. He's sitting back. Another shot into Darm. A third one coming up wide. Oh, Deemish is out of here.
Here, it's all or nothing. He does it again. Another big shot. Pollo will not be denied. A 1v1. Pollo versus Reed. NA versus NA. Pollo has taken the crown away from Peterbot, and he's placing it on his own hand.
I don't know what was going on with Peter. Peter today as an individual performance player didn't really have the best day today. Like, I mean, they did manage to get top 3, which is good. However, I kind of was expecting a little bit more from Peter specifically. But hey, shout out to Pollo, man. Pollo was putting up an absolute masterclass of performance today. In third place is Shark and Teeny. They managed to get 357 points, winning the first game out of the 8 games. They got on 30 total eliminations. They got a 5 elimination win in their first game, 7 elimination 7th. Then they got a 5 elimination 11th, 3 elimination 11th, a 6 elimination 9th, and a 4 elimination 6th. This team was also running into the issue of dying to fights they should have easily won, but a podium finish for Shark's first ever land is a very impressive achievement by him. And going into 4th place, the one that hurts the most is Sky and Scroll. They were in 1st place going into the very last game, and then they just completely just fell over off spawn. I do still believe this duo is one of the best duos on the region. However, today was just a very disappointing ending by them. Still a top 5, which is very, very good. In 5th place, we have the 2nd highest NA placing team, getting his best land placement ever of Acorn and Bolts. This team managed to get 323 points, winning 1 out of the 8 matches, 21 total eliminations, and they were actually in contention on winning the entire tournament. However, they were just a little bit short, only managing a 2 elimination 16th in the very final game. Still super impressive stuff from Acorn and Bolts though. 6th place we have Kingley and Craze. 7th place we have Cooper and Reed with 284 points. Now we actually did get to see a little bit of drama between these two before the Summerland finals even started, where Reed actually accused the Agers of teaming in the finals.
Oh. I don't see. That's just not true. Yes, it is. I mean, bro, you're doing this bullshit. You got caught asking people to and you're just like throwing around bullshit. I'm not saying that.
Wait, didn't you get good blood?
You were literally asking me to team up with PY last night. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, you were telling me this is
What's going
last
on?
week, literally last night.
That was you. Are you real?
I've been wanting to play
You
this
just
whole time.
crashing.
I said I'm down.
No, you're not. This is where you're being sorry. This is where you're being sorry. You literally told me let's team not shoot each other the whole time.
That is not true.
On everything I
might
love.
have to hold
That's
AJ
exactly
back.
what you said last night. We literally said if we get med bomb, we're gonna insta shotgun. And you were like, why? And you were like, why do that? We just team.
That's not what I said.
That's literally on everything I love. That's exactly what you said. That's why it's sorry as fuck you tweeted that.
That's what I said.
Nah, yeah, and you said All my mother's soul worth 47. You can just not shoot each other.
Cool. Perfect.
My mother's life worth 47. So that's why I started.
Yeah, Cooper was just absolutely crashing out on Agers today. Not really going to talk about it too much, but still super excited for Cooper and Reed, and happy they managed to qualify for the Global Championship. 8th place we have Shadow of Virgo, 9th place we have Pixie and Swizzy, and 10th place was Darm and Damus. Now in the first half of the tournament they were looking super good, however in the second half they just completely fell over, unfortunately. Going over the rest of the teams that managed to qualify for the Global Championship, keep in mind it is top 15 that managed to qualify. So in 11th place is my underdog team, Astayas is Scary. 12th place we have Focus Atoms HD. 13th place was Golden and Ozone. 14th place was Chino Pablo. And then 15th place was unfortunately Chap and Flixie, which can't get any consistent placements for the life of them. Kind of wish they didn't get top 15 so they could split and get better teammates, but hey, they did manage to qualify, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. So that means we do have a lot of big names that failed to qualify. Like 16th and 17th place just outside of that was Hari and Cammy and Agers and Ritual. They did manage to look very strong in the first couple of games, but after that they just completely fell over. In 18th place was probably our most disappointed NA team. That is Colt and Rapid. They only got 228 points, gained 16 total eliminations. They didn't win a single game today. I was expecting this team to get at least a top 10, and they didn't even qualify for globals. Would I be surprised that this team splits up? Yes, kind of, because they did already qualify for EWC Global Championship, so I am going to be expecting this team to stick together. 19th place we have Twy and Cringe. 20th we have Yako and Panzer. 21st we have Akira and Karama. 22nd we have Epic Whale and Pump. 23rd place was Momsy and Skyjump. 24th place we had Tiggs. 25th place we have Resigns and Tika. Now this team actually managed to put OCE on the map today.
Even Sky, he will not be denied. He's essentially the inevitable player. He does it again. He takes the crown away from King, puts it on his own head. Into the top 4 we go. This is a run like any other. Can Sky clutch up?
You thought Stroke because this guy can too, and he's done just enough to continue to keep that lead. Flixie will try and move above, but it's gonna be the OC duo trying to close out this game and get the first dub on land for OCE.
Surely they won't let it happen. Surely Flixie won't actually take them out. And sure enough, Resigns and Tinka bring this one home. Game number 6 is all theirs.
26th place we had Cringe and Volko. 27th place we had Darkest and Minori. 28th we had Luia. 29th place we had Zingy and Belusi. 30th we had Nudie. 31st place we had Jason Liam. 32nd place, a very proud performance from Victor V and Kanata. They just never seem to disappoint, to dud every single land. 33rd place we had Chance and Tyler. 34th place we have Vidil and Jude. 35th place we have Javi and Minish. 36th place we have Pix and Ghost. 37th place we have Curve and Vino. Now I'm not gonna lie, this team really struggled today. They were getting surprise con to off spawn today, so very upsetting stuff by them. 28th place we had Asia Team Mini PO. I don't know how to say that name. 39th place we had Alex and Reckless. 40th place we had Kazi and Demo. 41st place we had Bod. 42nd place we had Izzy and Noskiv. 43rd place we have Phantom and QNDX. 44th we had Tuse. 45th place we have Iazo and Josh. Another disappointing land team performance. I'm not really sure what happened to this team today. They were kind of just landing everywhere on the map and really couldn't just get anything going. This is a team that did already qualify for EWC. However, I would not be surprised if Josh Iamzo signed the disband forms for EWC and go on to find different teammates. 46th place was Riza and Noah Rayleigh. 47th place we have Warx and Kidwo. 48th place we have Hero and FKS. 49th place we have Nalu and Rainy. And then 50th place we have Cold and Madden V. Now I'll quickly want to go over some of the stats from today's tournament. So starting up with the highest damage ratio, in 10th place we have Scroll with 1.44. 9th place we had Craze, 8th place we had Sayas, 7th was Vico, 6th was Resigns, 5th was Malibuca, 4th was Pump, 3rd was Purebot, 2nd was Hari, and then 1st place with a 2.02 average damage ratio of bolts. Moving on to the most damage to players. In 10th place we had Shark with 4,424. 9th place we had Focus. 8th place we had Teeny. 7th place we had Bolts. 6th place we had Shadow. 5th place we had Malibuca. 4th place we had Scroll. 3rd place we had Pollo. 2nd place we had Purebot, and 1st place with 5,972 total damage to players was Vico. The most eliminations: in 10th place we had Purebot with 15, 9th was Re, 8th was Bolt, 7th was Sayas, 6th was Chep, 5th was Scroll, 4th was Yapko, 3rd was Pollo, 2nd was Teeny, and 1st place with 22 was Vico. Also didn't know this, but Swizzy and Pixie actually finished with the most damage to players. Not really sure how that's possible. I was expecting them to finish a lot higher if that is the case. However, they did still qualify for LAN, so GG's. We also had Fortnite giving out these random cards that says June 26th with the clover emoji. A lot of people are expecting that this is the Mongrel icon skin or Pro-Am. Me personally, I don't really know. I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.